help. Picks it up top. Strus off the bounce. Corner to Schroeder. Wide open three is good. And a Schroeder with the second three-pointer for the Cavs.
Tough spot for Mitchell Robinson. He's in the corner on a shooter. His natural inclination is always going to be to run to the paint. You don't leave a strong side corner shooter, but that's a center out there, and you're asking to do that.
Brunson guarded by Schroeder. One-on-one. Brunson likes that matchup. Shot won't go. And Schroeder admits to the foul. We don't see a lot of that in the NBA during the playoffs, admitting to committing a foul.
I think that might be the last one we see in this series. But it's always good to tell the officials, hey, you're honest early. You want to be honest in the first quarter. In the fourth quarter, you go to them and say, I didn't do anything.
No chance of MVP for Brunson. He has been the MVP since he came to New York as a free agent. This is his fourth year now, and has put up incredible playoff numbers year after year. Tonight's upcoming playoff schedule brought to you by the United States Marine Corps. NBC Peacock tomorrow. Spurs and Thunder Game 2. And ESPN Thursday. Game 2 between the Cavs and the Knicks. 8:30 start tomorrow. 8 p.m. Eastern Time on Thursday. Brunson once again amongst the NBA playoff league leaders in scoring. Almost 27.5 per game. 3-point Cavs lead. Neither team shooting the ball well early on. Robinson with the steal. Great anticipation. McBride to Bridges. Bridges inside, layup. It's good. Mitchell Robinson, an impact right off the bench.
That's just a careless pass by James Harden. He threw that 30-35 feet in the air. Mitchell Robinson, great job playing the passing lane. Knicks with transition.
Harden has had some excellent games, but he's also had some games where he's turned it over. Strus off the bounce. Schroeder gets a clean look from three. And Robinson the rebound.
And you can see that the Knicks pressure is already bothering the Cavs. They're running their offense out at half court and struggling.
Brunson gets inside and banks it home, and a quick timeout from Kenny Atkinson. And the first standing ovation of the night as the Knicks take their first lead.
Well, it was a slow start for the Knicks offensively, but Jalen Brunson starting to get it going and get this crowd.
He has done for Parkinson's disease. He has changed and saved millions of lives. Bridges on the steal. Bridges on the flush. And the Knicks defense now turning it up a few notches. 8 straight points. They're up 3. And Schroeder. Floater won't go. Robinson the rebound. Schroeder guarding Robinson. They played each other last year in the first round, and Schroeder's with the Pistons. And Brunson knocks it down. He's got 10 points now, and all of a sudden the Knicks with a 5-point lead.
And he's got a different feel when it's Schroeder. He's not as worried about the size closing on him from behind in that mid-range area.
A travel call on Mobley. Knicks right now playing some smothering defense.
I don't know if that's the right call. I don't think he had control of the ball. But we talked about it a couple possessions ago, is that they're running their they're running their offense out at half court. That's how much the Knicks defense is pressuring and pushing them out.
Bridges, Robinson. Mitchell Robinson's come off the bench and made a huge impact already. A dozen straight points for the Knicks and a 7-point lead. Mitchell hounded by McBride. Mobley, Merrill fires away. He can't hit. They're 2 for 9 from 3. Knicks pushing. Bridges driving. Out of control, throws it away. Second turnover. Jordan Clarkson almost pokes it away. Strus quick on the release. Mobley the rebound. And it's going to be a loose ball foul. That shot won't count.
And Mitchell Robinson, he's come in the game. He's had a steal. He's helped elevate this offense, but then that lob threat. Karl-Anthony Towns isn't as much of a lob threat, but we know Mitchell Robinson is, and that's going to pull in the defense, or that's going to be the result.
And RJ, it's so different when there's only one big on the court. You involve him in pick and roll. If Jared Allen's on the floor, he's hovering somewhere at the edge of the lane playing a weak side shooter. That lob is going to be more difficult to complete.
You saw those numbers, perhaps some of the rust rubbing off. Another turnover. That's 5 already for the Cavs. Clarkson kicks it out. McBride, corner 3. Strus and Robinson battling. Robinson saves it. And Clarkson brings it back out to reset. Shot clock down to 3. Hart's going to have to put it up. He does on the run. Hits the rim. And Mobley the rebound.
For the Cavs right now, the turnovers have been a problem, but the shot quality has been pretty good. They've missed some open looks from 3.
Knicks with their hands getting a lot of deflections. Still Cavs ball. 14 on the shot clock.
And if you're a Cavs fan, this has been somewhat characteristic of their postseason. They have these 5-6 minute stretch where they're turning the ball over. They're not getting in their offense. And look, Toronto was a great defensive team. I would say Detroit is an elite defensive team. But this Knicks defense has been on another level.
Josh Hart the rebound. Hart to Brunson. Brunson three-pointer. Way off. McBride somehow comes up, then gets it to Clarkson. Clarkson, bad pass. I think Strus got a piece of it. And Strus falling out of bounds, finds Mobley. Schroeder is wide open, plenty of time. Can't get to the ball, and Clarkson a rebound. But the three-point shooting is abysmal. The two teams are combined 2 for 19.
And now just 1 for 7 between Schroeder, Merrill, and Strus.
Brunson tries. Brunson came down awkwardly on his foot. Came up hobbling initially. Sam Merrill gets inside, lays it up and in, and a foul. Merrill, of course, had what they're calling the Sam Merrill game in Game 7. Gets that bucket for his first field goal.
The best thing you can do against a physical pressuring defense, which is what the Knicks have been to the Cavs here for the last several minutes, the advance pass to try to give somebody an angle. And you can see right here, Josh Hart just a little bit late getting back. He's up there with McBride. Merrill able to catch that quickly, could see there's nobody back there for rim protection.
Look at those numbers. In 25 minutes, Merrill was sensational. Kenny Atkinson throwing all the bouquets at him. A winner, a difference maker. When he's played this year, they're 45 and 20. And when he hasn't played, they're a game under 500. Clarkson fires away and knocks down the 3. And that's the Knicks' first three-pointer. They were 0 for 8, yet they still lead by 7. The turnovers have hurt the Cavaliers.
I believe that's Clarkson's first 3 of the postseason as well.
Yep, he was 0 for 8 himself. Mitchell spins, Mitchell shoots, can't get it to fall. Shot clock turned off. Look at this low-scoring first quarter. Crowd gets on its feet. Hard on the drive, pulls up. Foul line jumper, count it. Nope, they're going to wave it off. On the floor. So it's going to be a side out. First foul in the last 2 minutes. Scott Foster was emphatic coming in.
Yeah, Scott Foster pretty definitive on this. He had the grab of his right arm, I think, with Strus before he gathered that basketball to go up.
Do you like that
Listen,
call,
I'm
Len?
telling you what Scott Foster.
I'm asking you if you like the call, Len.
That's the way they call it. That's the before the gather. That's the right call, RJ.
It's outside the lower defensive box, and that makes a difference on whether or not that's part of the gather. And that's what they've been very consistent with in calling.
You can be consistent, and I can still not like that call.
That's true. That's fine.
I can be very
and
consistent.
you can not like it.
You can still not like it. I personally think that pull happened on the gather to go shoot.
1.9 remaining. Brunson trying to get it off. Fires it up at the buzzer. Almost knocked it down.